When you went quiet, they thought that they'd won. And it was a competition to them. It was a competition to them. It wasn't to you. If you're watching this, if this resonates, it's not a competition for you. You went quiet because you were recalibrating. You know, when a computer system goes down, it isn't doing nothing. Unless it's broken, but you're not broken. It is rebooting. It is upgrading. It's installing stuff. It's doing important work to be able to perform better, to show up brighter and more advanced and more useful and fun and modern than ever before. And you're doing a similar type of system reboot, but they didn't know that. When you got quiet, they thought that you went away. They thought that they'd won because their goal the whole time was to get you to kind of go away or come back down to their level or even, lower down than them, because they also have this hierarchy of people and who's where in their mind at all times, which sounds exhausting to keep up with, but that's how they do it. So they can gauge where they think that they are in this race that they're racing, that you're not even really participating in. You went away to evaluate. You went away to observe. You went away to heal, probably. You went away to figure some things out and to make sure that what you were doing is actually what you wanted to be doing. And also, you were working on stuff. Whatever your stuff is, whether that's projects or whether that was reconnecting with yourself or whether that was making sure that the life that you were building had the attention it needed at long last, you were working on things. But when you went quiet, they're like, oh, she, he, they, whoever you are, they're off grid. They're out. They're gone. They're done. Pop the bubbly. We won. But the thing is, now you've been quiet for so long. You've been quiet for so long. If you're on a similar journey to me, look, this is my journey too. You've been quiet for so long that you're starting to make them nervous. And maybe they're starting to reach back out to you. Have you experienced that? And they're starting to try to figure out, they're sending like their little fingers and their little spies and their monitoring spirits, if you will, over to figure out what you're doing. Because now they're starting to get nervous. They're like, wait, she wasn't supposed to be quiet this long. We were supposed to have heard an update. We were supposed to have heard gotten some receipts about just how far this person has fallen, or just how much they've retreated, or just how much they got back in their little hidey hole where we wanted them. And that hasn't happened. So now they're starting to realize some things that they already knew about you, that you don't go into your hidey hole and go backward, that you never have, that you don't go away to come back lesser. You've always come back greater. They had themselves convinced that you were somebody else because they wanted you to be. And now you're making them really nervous. And I think that's a fun place to be. So I just wanted to share it with you today, because if that's you too, I mean, we can have empathy for them, right? But if we want to, but it's a fun place to be like, oh, I see that you're scared. Maybe you should be. I'll see you, and I appreciate you.